Right, special edition today. This is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024 for the Rink Building Initiative, where we talk all things rink building and infrastructure building for more hockey in the Charlotte area. A couple rink building related updates to share, and then we'll jump into some stuff more CSHL related with updates around the league and around our programming. First and foremost, we had a connection with the YMCA and Andrew Marinich this morning, so I want to share a few updates there. Um, we got approved for pickups, adult and youth pickups. Pickup hockey, I think this will be primarily for roller, at least in the beginning, will be Wednesday evening from 6:30 to 8, I believe. And then we're going to do a Friday youth pickup after work, 5:30 to 7:30, somewhere in that neighborhood. So those will be available for purchase. There's a little bit of a process that's required to go through the Mind Body app. That's the YMCA, and then also to just like let CSHL know you're coming. So we will roll out those details in the next week or so, but it looks like we're targeting Wednesday, May 8th, which is a week from today for our first pickup out there. And of course, that's in congruence with CSHL Summer League for roller hockey is going to be on, I believe, Thursday evenings. I think I have that right. And registration, I think, just got filled up either this morning or yesterday, but we're still accepting waiting list skaters. So that's exciting. And then I know everybody's big question is about the tile and what's going on with the tile. So the biggest delay was the hiring of a new executive director that we learned about last month. We got an update this morning that Andrew's next connection is about 2 or 3 weeks away with Eve Bailey is her name. And he will approach her about potential dates that work for our organization in YMCA. Looks like we're targeting the month of August for that. So is that set in stone? Absolutely not. But we're pitching or proposing that it's the sweet spot between our summer programming, which ends around the end of July, and beats our fall programming, which is in September, right after Labor Day. So we have the whole month of August. It looks like it's going to be a 3 to 5 day installation. And so we have 3 or 4 options for when that could potentially happen. Now, YMCA has their summer camp there with a whole bunch of kids that access the rink for different activities. So we'll see what we can match up in a line. But we'll have an update, not next RBI, but probably the one after that, near the end of May or early June. Hopefully with some good news. We're really hoping we're holding out for some good news there.
So is there a shot that that could be in potentially by the Summer Slapper?
Potentially, because I think we're still kind of hovering around a couple potential dates for Summer Slapper. It does look like it's going to be in August just because of all our other programming, but yeah, I want to maybe hesitate a little bit to confirm that, but it's a possibility. There's potential there, I suppose. Bobby, am I missing anything from the YMCA update?
No, I don't
Oh,
think so.
of
Okay.
course, our big opening weekend for NBHL this coming Sunday. So just give the final word out to anybody who wants to come and support. I think it's going to be a grand day. 3 teams, very excited. It's going to be competitive and exciting, and should be quite a scene out there at the YMCA.
Yeah, I don't think anything else missed though. Um, just around that update from the team.
Yep. Next RBI related content is with our partnership with Matthews. So we have been penciled or slotted in as for consideration for the youth sports category to potentially get rinks built among their master plan for their Parks and Rec department. I think I've mentioned this on previous ones, but the master plan is basically like a 10-year plan over the next decade with what they plan on introducing, rolling out, building for the community. And we're in the process of holding stakeholders meetings. So CSHL is going to basically sit on a panel where community members come in and just ask us questions and want to hear more about our organization, what the potential rink building might bring the town of Matthews. So something that we've been working on for the better part of a year or two, and could be a big next step. And that meeting is on Friday, so Friday, May 3rd. I believe all the gentlemen on this Zoom will be in attendance on that. So we'll be answering questions. We'll have some updates next RBI with how that's going and what the next steps are after that. Okay, I think that is RBI related material. Of course, Mecklenburg Park will have some more updates in the next couple weeks. We're still in the process of finalizing the contract that will start in July with a couple summer pickups and running fall league for the youth division, the youngest youth division at one of their parks, Clanton Road Park. And we'll have more details about that in the next future RBI's connections here. I will turn it over to Bobby and Chris. We had a big weekend this past weekend for a couple different reasons. Where shall we start, gentlemen?
I'd like to hear the couple reasons, and then I guess we can decide, choose your own ending. Yeah. So, obviously a big weekend in terms of adult league wrapping up. Um, I mean, I don't know that it was a complete shock in B division who won, um, despite High Voltage having to win 3 games and play the entire day. I think they were performing that way all year, so I don't know if it was too much of a surprise. But the Wieners was definitely a big surprise and actually leaves a pretty sore spot for me because I feel like we could have beat them any given week. But nevertheless, yeah, they ended up having a great showing the entire day. Bateman had a hat trick. LaFond had a hat trick at one point. So just a ton of goals scored by that team, and I think shows what they were capable of all year. Just never really happened. Even without what first overall pick Hans,
Yeah,
and they
Nathan Hans
maybe
wasn't even there for the stretch run at all.
yeah, yeah, Hans only played like two or three weekends worth of games. So good for them. But all in all, pretty successful day. Didn't really have the turnout for the large pickup game that we typically do, but I'm not sure that this one's as popular as the one in the fall anyway. So not overly surprised. But I guess just some notes for next year. Do we just advertise the fall one as something a little bit bigger and pull away from the spring one because of everything else going on?
And maybe potentially make it like an annual event where people can get really
Yeah.
hyped up for it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
don't
or
know. I think
maybe
the winner. Oh,
I was just gonna say maybe just something happened because we've moved it back a week too. So I know the
Yeah.
youth deck tournament was the day before, and I think that maybe exhausted people's hockey limitations for the weekend as well. So maybe those kids were planning on coming out and didn't because of the tournament the day before.
Yeah. Having, and I think that'll be a good note for a little bit later in this call, but um, having 2 straight days of things that people are committed to isn't always easy.
Right. Go ahead, Chris.
yeah, I mean, I think it shows it's like kind of why the way we set up the league though like works between the two different kinds of winners. Like the winners came from I think like what they were. I know at least with 2 games left for 3, 7, and 2, and then won 3 games in a row to win the championship. And then if you look at high voltage, even though they were in first, they still had 6 people who were new to CSHL on the
Yeah.
team. Where if you look at like most of the other adult sports like leagues, they would probably all be stuck on some sort of house team if they're branded of the year with no shot of winning. So I don't know. We've always done things differently. It's been really nice. Like I'm a newer guy, like the hockey in the air or in CSHL. So it's been really good that we kind of integrate people in that way with doing it draft style, and it's nice when it works out. In the championships and the playoffs and stuff too. So really cool to see all the new people get a chance to win.
Definitely. Yeah, and cool to get some surprises too, instead of just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what's expected. Shout out Jack Ingles, who had quite the season for the Mulletmen from the bench. He only played a couple of sporadic games and would they go 11-1 in the regular season and then 2-0 in the playoffs until that championship game. They just lost, but they lost 2 games all year, right? And just one of them happened to be more important than the rest of them.
One game, we lost one game all year, and we didn't score for 23 minutes and 53 seconds in the championship. So that was that's
Oh,
for a second year in a row, tough to swallow.
that's all it took. Yep. Okay, moving on. Chris, you had some other exciting things that you wanted to share now. Why don't you
Yeah,
jump in?
yeah. So we got them designed and ordered, like the Celly Hockey Co. branded hats. So I know a lot of people. We see a ton of them out there, like Bobby Otis is on, Pinto is on, Stevs Petrini, Matt Petrella, Bateman, guys like that. It's a really cool brand of like kind of like lifestyle, more vintage looking like hats. We've ordered those for CSHL, so they'll be here in about 8 weeks. They're really cool. They're like kind of Charlotte Hornets themed colors, and it'll say Charlotte Street Hockey on it. And then kind of going along with that, so we'll have that at some point. I don't know how we want to do it as far as the orders go. Like wait for the hats to come in and people just kind of pay on the spot, or if we can kind of just open it up a couple weeks before and let people start to pay for them. That kind of hasn't been talked about because it's 8 weeks out. And then as far as like a CSHL and Charlotte Roller Hockey League store goes, the people that run 2 and 10, they host stores for like leagues and high school teams and travel teams and stuff on the website Hagen Custom Sports. So they are going to host a Charlotte Street Hockey League store. So I know a lot of times we bring our merchandise and things like that out to tournaments and events in certain weeks and stuff. So they'll be able to just host all that online. And I think it's used to be Bobby, but now it's LaFond who has all of the stuff in their house. They'll be excited to be able to kind of clear out that space, and we can just kind of it's not like you have to wait or us to order a certain thing. You can just see something online you like, and you can buy it, and that'll link all through our website and stuff. So that's getting set up, and then I know at some point we're gonna have to, I guess, discount or do something with the current merchandise we have just to kind of clear it out and cycle through some of that. So.
Yeah, get some orders moving. When do you expect the store to be live, Chris?
I emailed the person last week, like separately, just to go through all the options. I would say it's not like a rush, probably a month. It'll happen at some point, but I know I want to kind of go through all the stuff, and then Haley on the roller end because they're gonna have it too, just because it's really convenient for us, because we don't have to like put any money out front to host it. I would just say might be sooner. Expect about a month, just to be safe. And we'd also have for all the people that play on the chops and stuff and like to support that, they're gonna do a Carolina Chop store as well. So we'll be able to get chops branded merchandise and things.
Nice. So CSHL, will there be roller stuff in that as well? What did you say?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
they will be hosting a roller store. I'm not sure if it's going to technically be two stores or just be like two tabs in the same store. I'm just going to pretty much let them pick whichever one is easier on their end. But yeah, it'll all go, and it's just nice because the league doesn't have to put the money out for merchandise. We can just let people see something they like and buy it, and it's not like any bulk order requirement or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll look back and wonder how we didn't do this sooner. But I know everybody's busy and got a lot going on. But I think this is going to be a big hit with many people that they can, it's support for the program, right? It's kind of representing what people love about us, but also like it's branding for us, and people are going to see this all the gear worn around town, want to know where it's all coming from.
Yeah, and I mean not even just the adults, but like the kids and stuff like that. Like I
Right.
wouldn't be shocked if we sold more like kids Charlotte street hockey sweatshirts or Charlotte roller hockey sweatshirts than we do adult stuff.
Yeah. Super cool. All right, yeah. We'll be updating people in future RBIs about that store and about the progress there. Thank you, Chris. Let's see here. Chris, you mentioned maybe future league or team sponsorship opportunities. Did you want to touch upon that?
Yeah, so I think kind of going in the fall, it's been kind of like me running a lot of the content and social media stuff. I think it's finally now that like two regular seasons or like our two main seasons in, and I kind of like know what needs to be done to have it operate a little smoother. So probably going to open up then, looking up for the fall league, start to have more of a content committee, whether that's like writing game logs, people helping cut clips that are going to go on social media, things like that, just to take a little more time off my hands. I know me and Bobby spoke about it for probably the winter league, trying to get a full like slate of sponsors for the actual teams, for like say like Ed's Tavern, 760, just different kind of like local places and local businesses actually sponsor our teams. That teams like you see in the literally ice hockey leagues, bowling leagues, things like that. So we'll probably focus on that, kind of like more establish the league. It also helps us when we have like a lot of local business partners as we're going to get funding from Parks and Recs departments, and make your job a bit easier for trying to get us a more permanent home to play hockey.
Yeah, so sort of warming up what we might need to tap into down the road, but also getting them involved right now and getting them exposure and what we have built to this point. Love it. Okay, Chris, were those all your items, or did you have anything else?
I think those were all my items, but let me check our group chat. Yep, we already covered mullet men lose again, so I don't need to cut myself twice on that one.
All right, and then maybe just a adult roller update. I mentioned the registration filling up for summer, basically a mini league. It's just going to run June, July, I believe, and then registration will open up again for fall league. There's also a tournament upcoming that I wanted to give a shout out to. So it's the Sean Mahoski Memorial Tournament. Sean was obviously very instrumental in the roller hockey scene and building it up a couple of years ago before his passing. And this tournament is to commemorate all his contributions. And I'm just checking the registration now. I think there might be a couple slots left. I don't want to say that without confirming, but it was filling up pretty good last time I checked. So that is Saturday, May 18th, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
correct.
And looks like there are 36 registrants, and I'm just going to check real quick to see if there's a cap on it or if there's any indication of that. As I
And
do
I'll,
that, Bobby, oh, go ahead.
no, good. You're,
I was just going to say, did you want to give an update on the summer
yeah.
deck
Yeah, so we'll
stuff?
actually end up starting the week right after that. So that'll be May 25th that we'll kick off Summer League. Um, a much more recreational style league when we're not going to break it up into A and B, but it'll instead be one larger league, which is good when you look at a lot of the folks that did sign up. There's a handful of guys that played in A division last year, but the majority is new folks and some that typically play B division and some that used to play but can't now that we're always doing it on Sundays. Since this will be on Saturdays, it makes them a little bit easier. Um, but ultimately, we'll do a larger roster size for this season that is going to hopefully help with substitutions and things like that. We won't have to worry about it with summer vacations and everything else. Um, yeah. So it's looking to, as of right now, if I had to say, barring we get a lot of registrations over the course of the next week, which we very well could look like we might end up doing a 4-team league with roughly 10 people per team. Uh, Longer games each Saturday, but that does mean one game each Saturday across 7 weeks and then straight into playoff/championship in 1 week. Wrapping up, I think we said the end of July, so July 20th is the date that kind of sticks out in my mind. And then straight into summer and anything we do there, wherever we end up planning with the slapper, and then right back into fall league thereafter.
Gotcha. Looks like we're right around 42, 43 registrants there. Are we still taking more, Bobby? What's the last day that people can
Yeah,
register?
yeah. We're gonna close it out May 8th. It was gonna close out today originally, but with us pushing back by a week, gives us some flexibility to keep it open until May 8th. We could technically extend it a little beyond that, but being open for 3 weeks, we've likely seen
Yeah.
any mass registration. So yeah, there's 43 in there. There's a little bit of noise in that number. Sam Wood signed up as just a waitlist runner for whatever reason. I think his availability didn't really lend well. Then you've got like somebody that's just signed up as a waitlist goalie, and then you've got somebody that accidentally signed up for that thinking it was youth.
Mhm.
So there is a little bit of noise there, but yeah, we got 40 in total as of right now.
Yeah, I know Bill Boyko. I talked to him on Sunday at the championship. Said that like him and like four of his friends that haven't played the CSHL before are all planning to sign up. So it's probably time to actually start like knocking on doors. And I know a lot of people have said they can't wait to sub over the summer league, but we do need more runners for the summer league, and we're not
Yeah,
going to need a zillion subs unless we get the 16. So
yeah, and I don't want to sound this like ignorant or anything like that, but if you sign up as a sub, we're probably not going to use you every weekend. So if it's like the
mm.
goal is to play summer league for free, um, yeah,
It's only $50. It's basically free anyway for
yeah,
adult sports. So yeah,
it's seriously. I mean, not to knock on anything, but per game, it's cheaper than playing pickup at the Y. So, it's well worth getting involved and having some competition there.
Yeah,
and there's a
summer has
fifty
that.
percent.
Go ahead, Chris.
And there's a 50% chance you're going to be on me or Bobby's team, so that should be a
Yeah.
big selling point by itself. So.
Or or Caleb, which might make you want to not play, but regardless, he'll be there.
He doesn't watch this. It's fine.
Yeah, until he does.
I was just gonna say summer has a little bit of a different magic to it. Just
It does.
it's lighter, it's fun. It's I don't know, more people on the roster, just good times out there, getting a little sweat on in that hot summer heat here.
Yeah, it's the because it's recreational, some people can excel a little bit. Um, if you look at the Realms videos and look at Chris Ward's highlights, most of them came from Summer League.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
When we don't have that many highlights, we can't pick and choose.
Mhm. And then the youth programming updates. We're in the process. We're actually holding a Zoom tonight with some people who want to help, maybe by committee. So we're still looking for people who want to, or are interested in contributing or running stuff or helping to run stuff. We should have some announcements in the next couple of days related to at least some clinics, but especially potentially some league rollouts as well. So just posting this up here, just some looking for a league coordinator who potentially has some organizational skills to help run and coordinate a league. And of course, I'll be around and am able to help that person. But even if you're not interested in that position and want to contribute in another way, just reach out to us and we can get you involved. But we'll have programming
Yeah,
updates, at least for Huntersville, in the next couple of days here.
and I'll throw the other three of them that were like the smaller roles up here shortly, just so you can have them all like kind of like written out for your call. So
Okay,
I'll get it up early, like as soon as we get off the call, pretty much. Yeah.
cool. Good deal. As I always like to leave off with just open board positions, the chief executive officer is open, along with some of the youth positions. I know Mike LaFond, our secretary, was working on a page on our website to really list out what openings are upcoming. I think we touched upon that last time. There's not too much upcoming that I can remember, Bobby, but as great as Haley has done, I think we officially brought her on in the fall, so she's open to running again or going for re-election. But we're also going to open that up to other people who might want to get involved. So those yearly positions, we'll just keep an eye on that if there's any other ones upcoming or opening up in the next couple months here.
Yep.
Nothing that I can think of for now.
Is mine yearly? I honestly have no idea.
I think it is actually, Chris. Yeah. Yep. So
Is that because it's not part of the executive board?
yeah. Yeah, so executive
Still,
board positions are two, advisory are one, with the option to, you can continue to run. And if you're enjoying it and want to get reelected, just mention that the incumbent is running, but we just want to give the appearance or option for other people to apply and contribute as well.
yeah, so let's talk about that.
Okay. Not right now, another time. Yes. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Nope. Oh, I stopped by the Rise Party at 760. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
760 is actually like the little spots across are actually awesome for us when we ever do like say like give out the fall jerseys there before the season. I know. Oh, with the
Yep.
actual new potential new jerseys, people should be excited to get them, but it'll be cool to be able to get like it's right by the rink anyway. Like a high number of people out there. The
Yeah.
Realm Party on Sunday was fun. Shout out Ed's Tavern. Excited to do more stuff with them in the future. Charlotte's favorite neighborhood bar. Um, and we the Realm picked up a media sponsor from El Domi's Barbershop, not barbership. So the Mullet Men may have a sponsor for next season as well. And Jack can speak
Oh,
Spanish, so he would fit in perfect at the Dominican Barbershop.
love it. Got some things
Shout out
cooking.
Rios, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. If nothing else, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Adios.
Awesome. See you guys.